So, after that, I finally feel confident saying that this is the best build you're going to get starting as a Clawbringer. It's able to mob perfectly, it's able to hit 1,000,000 damage dots. I think this is its final iteration. So, skill tree, again, nothing new. We've seen this before. But now I think I finally know all the gear and all the enchants you're going to want. So it's going to be like the final, optimal, going through everything you want for the perfect setup. Alright, so first I guess we'll start with the weapons. So Livewire, it's your best in slot. It's going to allow you to stack easy. It's going to chain. It's going to give you insane mobbing because these, the chain lightnings that it shoots are going to proc our Stabbomancer dagger. So it's just going to mob for us, right? We just shoot one enemy and everything dies. Everything just chain dies across the map. Lightning, Chaotic, Wailing Banshee, Warrior, or Caustic will also work if you don't get Warrior. And for the enchantments on all the weapons, we have on action skill start increase melee damage by 40%. So that's what I chose to have on the weapons. You just want the same one. It doesn't matter which out of these. On the weapon, we get on spellcast increase elemental damage by 20%. It's all we do is elemental damage, right? It's perfect. Melee damage, melee crit damage. When ward is not full, it works great with our cursed wit. So you can run in, get your shield popped, and then just swing and just one-shot everything. Melee damage, melee crit damage. You notice we're just stacking melee damage and crit damage here. Dealing damage to a boss increases its effects. You could, run 2 of these boss ones because you don't really need it for mobbing, and if you don't want your shield to have to break, but we want our shield to break anyway, so either works. So for the shield, Cursed Wit, 100% damage increase near enemies. When it's popped, it's, best shield in the game pretty much. We all know this. While action skill is active, increase elemental damage by 35%. So it's 35% there, 40% here, 20% here, and all the enchants have to be different that we learned last video. Alright, class mod. This could be slightly better. We could have the total crit chances reduced by 50%, but critical hit damage is increased by 50%. This would be better, but it's not good enough with the rolls I have to beat out a chaotic with all damage dealt and melee damage and fire rate. This is too good. But optimally, you would have like these 3 rolls on the crit damage. And the skills, it doesn't really matter as long as you get these 3. Right, that's what we want there. Amulet. Ideally, this dark magic damage is lightning damage, but it's really hard to roll a lightning damage amulet with Stabbo power, with 2 status effect damage rolls, and cooldown on spellcast. So most importantly, status effect damage, Stabbomancer power, cooldown. Spell. I use the Arcane Bolt because the crits are going to reduce the cooldown. I like this one with 2 charges, so as soon as my action skill ends, I throw out 2 of these and 40% of the cooldown's back, just like that. It works great, and it lets us spam it infinitely while in the action skill itself because it's always going to crit, so you just get it back. Enchantment, most importantly, while action skills active, increase lightning damage by 50%. This is crucial, right? That's so much damage, right? We get 50% lightning, 35% elemental, 40% melee, all of which should be multiplicative because they're all different categories. And then we do double up on the spellcast elemental damage here, just because we don't, you can kind of use anything here. Like this is the least impactful one. You want these 3 enchantments, but this is the one I went with. Alright, and I guess I'll go over this again. We are thick, so we can have the 48 crit damage, and then we cap status damage, of course. It's great for us. I take a bit of cooldown. It's not necessary. You could, if you wanted to go spell cooldown, I guess you could. But for the most part, max this. Max this. Don't put anything into here, really. And, yeah. That's it. So, I think that's the final, perfect geared version. And, you can see what it can do. Probably going to be my last video on Clawbringer until the DLC. And once we get some patch notes and some new gear and new bosses to kill, then I'll jump back in on it. But for now, hope this helped. Hope you're enjoying the Clawbringer start, finally. I'll hopefully get some love in the patch. Oh, see you next time.